Hello again, modelers. TrekWorks here again with another Star Trek model kit review. And this time I have another classic from AMT. This one is the Mr. Spock kit, also known as Star Trek's most popular character. And this one was put out by AMT. I've had this actual kit since 1975. I bought this at a Woolworth store back at that time for around $4.50. And that was quite a deal back in the day. Now this particular model kit here has been out since around 1968. There was originally a large box version of it, and they continued to produce this and shrunk it down to this smaller size later on down the line. You see some of the artwork on the side here, the well-known Star Trek AMT Star Trek jacket offer, which was a promotional at the time, and some pictures of the other AMT kits that were available along with this one. And we just had this great artwork here on the cover of Mr. Spock and the Enterprise overhead on some alien planet battling this three-headed serpent. And when I saw this in the store, I just had to have it. And never built it, and just wanted to bring it out of the box after all this time and show you. It hasn't ever been pulled out of the bag yet, so I just cracked open the bag a little while ago. Here's the familiar promotional sheet for the iron-ons. And we have the assembly instructions here. Let's move this out of the way for just a second. Mr. Spock's in a lot of pieces, and you got to put them together. And you've got this base that he stands on, the lower half here, the upper half, the torso, the head, the arms, and of course the three-headed serpent, along with a little bit of plant life here put in the background for detail. And so it's kind of a cool kit. Not exactly accurate. There's no lid on this communicator that's open. The phaser doesn't look exactly right, but it's tricorder, pretty close. It looks a little bit like a man purse actually, but anyway, you could file that down a little bit, give it a little bit more square look, and maybe do a little bit of your own detailing. And on the back here is the suggested paint scheme for it. And you can really go crazy on this. I've seen several different versions of people have built up this kit over the years, and I've seen everything from extra landscaping added in here to lighting and lighting inside the serpents, and just different ways they've been painted and airbrushed and really nicely detailed, and some really nice detailing on Spock himself. So it's a really fun kit to build, especially if you're really into detail painting and things like that. So let's take a look at the parts here. No decals included in this at all, none needed. Everything's supposed to be painted on this one. A little bit tough getting it out of the bag here. But these are the original molds, and so they're nice and crisp. I haven't seen in person one of the new, round 2 has actually re-released this kit. I haven't seen that one in person yet, so I can't tell you how crisp that one looks. But starting off with the base here, I mean, it's just really nicely detailed. It's got a lot of little subtle etching going on here, nice deep cut details, this kind of rock formation around here. There's even different changes in the textures on the sides of it. This little plant life here that's in here. A lot of different really cool things. So, and it sits nice and flat. And this is where you mount Mr. Spock, and the little tree thing goes here. And you've got the serpent that mounts in this area here. So, really cool. And this is basically the serpent, and he's got some really nice scaling detail going on here. You could really do a nice job with some airbrushing and then some washing and things like that to add in your colors and textures. And the tongues is, I guess it's his chest here. Just really nice detail on this whole thing, and you could really do some cool stuff with that. And here we see Mr. Spock himself. Pretty good size. I guess he would stand maybe 4 or 5 inches tall when he's all complete. And you've got your let's keep looking at these parts here. You got the boots on the bottom, the arms, everything's in halves, both halves of the legs, and the head is in actually 3 parts. And his hand is separate here. And again, no lid on the communicator, but you could do a little something with that. You could scratch build a little lid for it and make that look a little bit better. And same thing with his tricorder here. You can see it's kind of it looks like a pouch actually, so you could make that into you could file this down a little bit, just a little sleight of hand. You could do some paint work on that, a little shaping on that to get it to look a little bit more like a tricorder if you wanted to. So really cool kit from back in the day. Just like I said, I'll probably never build it. I just wanted to have it, and it's just one of those great old memories from when there wasn't a whole lot of Star Trek stuff out there. A lot of you guys my age grew up in the 70s. You'll probably remember that between the AMT model kits and I think the Mego line of like action figures that they had, or some other things that were out there, there wasn't a whole lot. Maybe some squirt guns, a couple flashlights. Not a lot of Star Trek stuff. I mean, the market's totally flooded with it now, so it's really taken off since then. But again, really nice detail on these parts, and just a really cool kit to look back on. And obviously popular enough that Round 2 thought it was worthwhile to bring it back. I believe it's available in the big box version, standard cardboard, and also a collector's tin version of that. So if you feel like picking one of those up, you can probably find them for a little less money than the original kits. You might be able to find one of the original kits. If you're not too worried about the box, you might be able to get it at a reasonable. I've seen these go for $200, long box version in good condition, all the way down to $10 or $20 if the box is really beat up. But they're out there. You can still find them. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until we see you next time, happy modeling, everybody.